The book Anew You Transform Your Life, immediately written by Justin Tracy, published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. This book introduces a bold and empowering perspective on personal transformation. It begins by challenging the conventional belief that change is a slow and gradual process, emphasizing that true transformation can begin immediately with the right approach. Often, people wait for the right time to make significant changes in their lives, but the book argues that this waiting mindset is what holds them back. Transformation isn't something that should be delayed for ideal circumstances. Instead, it's about recognizing that the moment to change is now. The book asserts that the first step to a new life is making a decision to break free from the limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that have been holding individuals back from reaching their full potential. These beliefs, often ingrained over years of conditioning, act as invisible barriers to growth. The introduction highlights the importance of identifying and challenging these beliefs, replacing them with empowering thoughts that can open up new possibilities. The key to immediate transformation, according to the book, is understanding that the mind is incredibly powerful. Our thoughts shape our reality, and by changing the way we think, we can begin to change the way we live. However, this shift in mindset alone is not enough. Action is a crucial element in the process of transformation. The book emphasizes that transformation requires not just a change in thinking, but also a change in behavior. Without immediate action, positive change remains a dream rather than a reality. The introduction stresses that once a person commits to changing their mindset, they must also take bold, decisive steps that align with their new beliefs. These actions should be purposeful and intentional, rather than waiting for the perfect time, which often never comes. Another important element discussed in the introduction is the power of self-awareness and mindfulness. By being fully present and conscious of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, we can begin to identify the areas of our lives that need change. The process of transformation involves a deep, honest look at one's current life circumstances, acknowledging what is working and what isn't, and then taking responsibility for creating change. The book encourages readers to embrace the discomfort that often accompanies change, as it is a natural part of growth. Rather than shying away from challenges or difficult emotions, individuals are urged to face them head-on, knowing that they are an integral part of the transformation process. Furthermore, the introduction touches on the importance of a growth mindset in achieving lasting change. Rather than seeing challenges as obstacles, those who are on a path of transformation view them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. The book encourages individuals to shift their focus from fear and doubt to courage and belief in their ability to overcome challenges. It underscores the idea that transformation is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey. The path to a new you is one that requires continuous effort, reflection, and adaptation. The book makes it clear that transformation is a lifestyle, not a temporary fix. Finally, the introduction urges readers to begin their transformation journey now, emphasizing that there is no better time than the present. It calls on individuals to take the first step, no matter how small, toward creating the life they desire. By taking immediate action, changing their mindset, and committing to the process, readers can begin to experience the results of their efforts right away. The book is a call to action, inspiring readers to stop waiting for circumstances to change and to start taking control of their lives. It suggests that a new version of themselves is waiting to emerge, but only if they are willing to take that first step toward change. The introduction sets the stage for the rest of the book, which promises to provide practical tools, techniques, and strategies to help readers not only imagine, but also live their transformed life immediately. Chapter 1. The Power of Your Mind. This chapter delves deeply into the concept that the mind is the most powerful tool available for creating personal transformation. It opens by explaining that everything in our lives, both good and bad, is a direct result of our thoughts. Our reality is shaped by how we perceive the world, and our perceptions are determined by our mental programming. This programming, formed from early experiences, cultural influences, and societal expectations often dictates how we think, feel, and act. However, the chapter emphasizes that this programming is not set in stone. It can be changed by shifting the way we think. The key to unlocking transformation is in taking control of our thoughts and recognizing their immense power. The chapter encourages readers to understand that the mind is not just a passive receiver of external influences, but an active creator of reality. It is not enough to passively accept the thoughts that arise. One must actively choose which thoughts to engage with and which to discard. One of the central themes of the chapter is the idea that many people are unaware of the negative or limiting beliefs they carry with them. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained, operating below the level of conscious awareness, but they influence every decision and action. These subconscious beliefs can lead to self-sabotage, as they convince us that we are not worthy of success or happiness. The chapter stresses that in order to transform, individuals must become aware of these limiting beliefs, confront them, and replace them with empowering thoughts. By doing so, they can break free from the mental chains that have been holding them back and start creating new, more positive patterns of thinking. The chapter also introduces the concept of mental discipline, stressing that transforming one's life begins with the ability to control the mind. Just as physical muscles can be trained through consistent exercise, so too can the mind be trained to think positively and constructively. The chapter suggests that practicing mental discipline involves paying attention to the thoughts that arise and actively choosing to focus on the thoughts that support growth, success, and happiness. This is where techniques like affirmations, visualization, and mindfulness come into play. By regularly practicing these tools, individuals can reprogram their subconscious minds, gradually replacing old, unhelpful thoughts with new, empowering ones. Visualization, in particular, is highlighted as a powerful tool that enables individuals to imagine and emotionally connect with their desired outcomes. When done consistently, visualization can program the subconscious mind to believe that these outcomes are not only possible but inevitable. Another important aspect discussed in the chapter is the impact of emotions on the mind. Our emotions are closely linked to our thoughts. When we think negatively, we tend to feel bad, and when we think positively, we tend to feel good. The chapter suggests that in order to transform our minds, we must also be aware of our emotional states and learn how to manage them. Emotions like fear, anger, or sadness can create a negative feedback loop, reinforcing the negative thoughts that fuel them. By consciously changing our thoughts, we can begin to change our emotional states, which in turn helps to shift our mindset. The chapter stresses that this process is not about suppressing emotions, but learning to manage them in a healthy way, so they don't control our lives. The chapter also addresses the idea of self-responsibility. It stresses that individuals must take full responsibility for their lives and their thoughts. No one else is responsible for the thoughts we choose to entertain. Our circumstances, while influenced by external factors, are also a reflection of the thoughts and beliefs we hold. By taking ownership of our mental state, we can begin to change the patterns that have led to undesirable outcomes in our lives. The chapter suggests that, instead of blaming external circumstances for failures, individuals should look inward and ask themselves what thoughts and beliefs led to those outcomes. This shift in perspective empowers individuals to take control of their lives and start making conscious choices that align with their desires and goals. The chapter also talks about the importance of persistence and patience in this process of mental transformation. Reprogramming the mind is not an overnight process. It requires consistent effort and dedication. The chapter encourages readers to be patient with themselves and to understand that transformation is a gradual process that unfolds over time. However, by committing to the process and practicing mental discipline every day, they can start to see significant changes in their lives. The power of the mind also extends to the way we view challenges and setbacks. The chapter explains that challenges are inevitable in life, but how we respond to them is determined by our mindset. Those with a positive, growth-oriented mindset view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than as obstacles to success. This mindset shift allows individuals to stay focused and motivated, even in the face of adversity. The chapter encourages readers to embrace challenges as part of the journey toward transformation, rather than seeing them as roadblocks. Lastly, the chapter emphasizes the importance of gratitude in the process of mental transformation. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can shift the focus from what is lacking in life to what is abundant. By practicing gratitude daily, individuals can cultivate a positive mindset that reinforces their transformation efforts. The chapter suggests that gratitude helps to attract more positive experiences, as it shifts the energy of the mind to one of abundance and appreciation. In conclusion, Chapter 1 of the book teaches readers that the power to transform their lives lies within their minds. By taking control of their thoughts, becoming aware of limiting beliefs, and replacing them with empowering thoughts, individuals can begin to create the life they desire. The chapter encourages readers to practice mental discipline, use tools like visualization and affirmations, and take responsibility for their thoughts and emotions. Through consistent effort and a positive mindset, readers can reprogram their minds to create lasting, positive change. Chapter 2: Overcoming Limiting Beliefs. This chapter delves deeply into the psychological barriers that prevent individuals from reaching their full potential. It starts by defining what limiting beliefs are, deeply ingrained thoughts or convictions that individuals hold about themselves, others, or the world, which restrict their growth and hold them back from taking action. These beliefs often form during childhood based on experiences, cultural conditioning, or influences from authority figures, and they can remain hidden in the subconscious mind for many years. Limiting beliefs can manifest in many different forms, such as believing that one is not good enough, that success is only for a select few, or that failure is inevitable. These beliefs limit personal development because they create a lens through which individuals view the world, one that causes them to avoid opportunities, play small, or settle for less than they deserve. The chapter explains that many of these beliefs are not based on fact, but are merely perceptions that have been internalized over time. It is these deeply rooted convictions that create patterns of behavior, thought, and action that continuously reinforce the belief that one is incapable or undeserving of success. The chapter emphasizes that the first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is awareness. Most individuals are not consciously aware of the beliefs that are driving their decisions and behaviors. These beliefs often operate in the background, shaping actions and reactions without the individual ever realizing their influence. The chapter suggests that in order to break free from the chains of these beliefs, it is essential to shine a light on them. This requires deep self-reflection and honesty, as individuals must confront their own inner doubts, fears, and limitations. The chapter urges readers to examine their thought patterns, particularly those that arise in moments of challenge or opportunity, as these are often where limiting beliefs surface. Once individuals are able to identify these beliefs, they are encouraged to examine their origins and challenge their validity. The chapter explains that limiting beliefs are often based on past experiences or false narratives that no longer serve the individual in the present. For example, someone who experienced failure in the past may develop the belief that they are incapable of succeeding in the future. However, this belief may not be based on objective reality, but on a distorted interpretation of a single event. The chapter then moves on to the process of challenging these beliefs. It explains that individuals must begin to question their limiting beliefs by asking themselves a series of transformative questions. Is this belief really true? What evidence do I have to support it? What would happen if I chose to believe something different? The idea is to create cognitive dissonance between the old limiting belief and new empowering beliefs. By actively questioning these beliefs, individuals can begin to see them for what they are: false narratives that have been accepted without scrutiny. The chapter suggests that this process of questioning should be done consistently, as it can take time for the subconscious mind to unearth deeply held beliefs. As these limiting beliefs begin to lose their power, the individual can replace them with new, positive beliefs that align with their goals, desires, and true potential. The chapter also introduces several strategies for reframing limiting beliefs. One of the most powerful tools discussed is the concept of belief substitution. This involves replacing the negative, self-limiting beliefs with empowering ones that are aligned with the individual's aspirations. For example, if someone believes that they are not worthy of success, they can reframe that belief to "I am worthy of success," and "I am capable of achieving my goals." The chapter emphasizes that simply thinking positive thoughts is not enough. Individuals must also feel the truth of these new beliefs emotionally and mentally. The new beliefs must be repeated regularly until they become ingrained in the subconscious mind, effectively replacing the old limiting beliefs. This repetition is essential because the subconscious mind often resists change, especially when it has been conditioned to believe something for years or even decades. The chapter advises readers to use affirmations, visualization, and other techniques to reinforce these new beliefs, helping them gradually reprogram the subconscious mind. Another key concept in the chapter is the importance of taking action, even when fear or self-doubt arise. The chapter explains that the most effective way to disprove a limiting belief is by taking consistent action. This action doesn't have to be grand or overwhelming. Small, incremental steps toward a goal can help prove to the mind that the limiting belief is not true. For example, if someone believes they cannot achieve a certain level of success, taking the first steps toward that success will help the individual build confidence and momentum, proving that the belief was false. The chapter stresses that fear and self-doubt are natural when stepping out of one's comfort zone, but the key is to take action despite these feelings. By doing so, individuals begin to prove to themselves that they are capable, which reinforces the new empowering beliefs. Over time, the individual will develop a sense of competence and confidence that replaces the old belief with a more positive and accurate understanding of their abilities. The chapter also touches on the concept of visualization, which is a powerful technique for overcoming limiting beliefs. It explains that by vividly imagining oneself achieving the desired outcome, individuals can create a mental blueprint of success that the subconscious mind can latch onto. Visualization helps the mind to internalize the belief that the goal is achievable, and it also helps to overcome the fear and doubt associated with pursuing big dreams. The chapter encourages readers to visualize their success daily, reinforcing the new empowering belief that they can achieve what they desire. The chapter further explores the role of the subconscious mind in shaping behavior. It explains that the subconscious mind is responsible for much of our automatic behavior, and it holds the key to both our limitations and our potential. Since the subconscious mind tends to operate based on past experiences, it requires intentional effort to rewrite the negative beliefs stored within it. The chapter highlights that with consistent effort, the new positive beliefs can eventually replace the old ones, creating new, empowering automatic behaviors that lead to success and fulfillment. The chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that overcoming limiting beliefs is a journey that requires patience and persistence. While it is easy to fall back into old thinking patterns, the key to success is consistent practice of challenging and replacing these beliefs with empowering ones. It encourages readers to be gentle with themselves during this process, understanding that transformation takes time, but that every step forward is a victory. The chapter closes by reminding readers that they have the power to create new beliefs and to break free from the chains of self-doubt, fear, and limitation. By actively challenging and replacing their limiting beliefs, they can unlock their true potential and begin to live a life that aligns with their deepest desires. Chapter 3: Goal Setting and Visualization. This chapter delves deeply into the critical importance of setting specific, clear goals, and how they serve as the cornerstone of personal transformation and achievement. It begins by explaining that many people live life without clear goals, allowing their days to pass without a sense of direction or purpose. This lack of clarity results in feelings of aimlessness and frustration, as individuals may work hard, but feel they are not making progress. The chapter emphasizes that goals provide individuals with a sense of purpose, focus, and clarity, which are crucial for maintaining motivation, especially when challenges arise. It stresses that vague or unclear goals are ineffective because they do not offer a roadmap for action. For example, instead of saying "I want to be successful," a person should define what success looks like to them specifically, such as "I want to start a successful business in the next year." By being specific, individuals can take measurable steps toward achieving their goals, which creates a sense of accomplishment along the way. The chapter goes on to explain that setting goals should not just be about achieving external success, but also about aligning them with personal values and deeper desires. Goals that reflect one's core values lead to more fulfilling and sustained success, as they are tied to intrinsic motivation rather than external rewards alone. Once individuals are clear on their goals, the next step is breaking them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Large, long-term goals can often seem overwhelming, so the chapter emphasizes the need to break them down into smaller, incremental steps that can be completed daily or weekly. This approach reduces the fear of failure and creates momentum, as individuals feel more in control of their progress. The chapter also discusses the importance of setting a realistic timeline for each goal, explaining that having a sense of urgency helps maintain focus and discipline. However, it is also crucial to remain flexible with the timeline, as setbacks and challenges are part of any journey toward achieving goals. Visualization is introduced as a powerful tool that complements the process of goal setting. The chapter explains that visualization is not simply daydreaming about success, but an active, conscious mental exercise where individuals vividly picture themselves achieving their goals. It emphasizes that the more detailed and emotional the visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Instead of merely picturing the end result, individuals are encouraged to visualize themselves going through the entire process of achieving their goals. For example, if the goal is to run a marathon, the visualization should involve imagining the training process, overcoming obstacles, and ultimately crossing the finish line. The chapter highlights how engaging all the senses in the visualization process, such as imagining the sounds, sights, and feelings associated with success, strengthens the connection to the goal and enhances motivation. It also explains that visualization creates a mental blueprint for the brain, which programs the subconscious mind to focus on opportunities and strategies that align with the desired outcome. This mental rehearsal has a profound impact on the subconscious, which then influences behavior, decision-making, and action, aligning them with the goal. The chapter further explores how visualization works in tandem with goal setting to activate the law of attraction. It suggests that by visualizing success and focusing on positive outcomes, individuals attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with their vision. The chapter emphasizes that this process requires belief. If a person does not truly believe that their goal is achievable, the visualization will be ineffective. The key is to cultivate a sense of certainty and faith that the goal is attainable. This belief in the possibility of success is vital because the mind often resists taking action when it feels uncertain or fearful. By practicing visualization regularly, individuals build self-confidence, increase their resilience, and reinforce their belief in their ability to succeed. The chapter also explains that visualization is a form of mental conditioning, helping individuals stay focused on their goals and avoid distractions. It becomes a powerful tool for maintaining discipline, especially when faced with obstacles or self-doubt. The more vivid and consistent the visualization practice, the stronger the connection to the goal becomes, creating a sense of inevitability regarding the outcome. In addition, the chapter addresses the importance of consistency in both goal setting and visualization. While setting goals provides a roadmap, and visualization fuels the emotional and psychological drive to reach those goals, both practices require regular, dedicated effort. The chapter stresses that individuals must consistently revisit their goals and visualize their success, as neglecting either one can cause a loss of focus and momentum. It compares goal setting to planting seeds. While the seeds are important, they also need constant nurturing through visualization and action to grow. The chapter suggests that individuals should engage in visualization daily, ideally in a quiet, focused state, and make a habit of writing down their goals regularly. This daily practice reinforces the commitment to the goals and keeps the mind aligned with the desired outcome, particularly during challenging times when motivation may waver. The chapter also explores how overcoming obstacles and setbacks is an inevitable part of the journey toward achieving goals. It stresses that visualization can help individuals prepare mentally for difficulties, allowing them to develop resilience and problem-solving strategies before the challenges arise. By visualizing themselves successfully overcoming obstacles, individuals can strengthen their mental fortitude and approach challenges with confidence, knowing that they have the inner resources to handle whatever comes their way. The chapter further explains that setbacks should not be seen as failures, but as opportunities for growth and learning. Visualization, when practiced regularly, helps individuals maintain a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity. It encourages readers to view challenges as stepping stones, knowing that each obstacle is a chance to refine skills, adjust strategies, and move closer to the ultimate goal. Moreover, the chapter highlights the importance of aligning one's emotions with the process of goal setting and visualization. Emotions play a crucial role in influencing behavior, and when individuals can feel the positive emotions associated with achieving their goals, such as pride, joy, or gratitude, their commitment to success strengthens. The chapter explains that emotional engagement in the goal-setting process makes the pursuit of goals more meaningful and enjoyable, rather than just something to check off a list. It suggests that individuals should focus on the feelings they will experience when they achieve their goals, and use these emotions as a source of motivation to keep going, even when progress seems slow or difficult. In conclusion, the chapter reinforces that goal setting and visualization are not just theoretical exercises, but practical tools that require intentional effort, belief, and consistency. Setting clear, actionable goals provides direction and purpose, while visualization fuels belief and emotional engagement, helping individuals overcome challenges and stay focused on their path. The combination of both practices creates a powerful dynamic that increases the likelihood of success as the mind and body work in harmony to bring the desired outcome into reality. The chapter closes by reminding readers that the true power of goal setting and visualization lies in the consistent application of both practices, which creates a sense of certainty, clarity, and determination necessary for achieving even the most ambitious goals. Chapter 4. Taking immediate action. This chapter explores the fundamental principle that no matter how well planned or visualized a goal is, it will not materialize without taking consistent and immediate action. The chapter begins by addressing a common problem. Many people spend excessive amounts of time thinking, planning, and visualizing their goals, often waiting for the right time or perfect circumstances before taking action. However, it stresses that this mindset leads to procrastination and stagnation. Waiting for the ideal moment can become a form of self-deception, as perfection truly arrives, and fear or doubt may delay action indefinitely. The chapter argues that the act of taking immediate action, no matter how small or imperfect, is the key to overcoming these barriers and moving forward. It explains that the first step, even if it's a tiny one, creates momentum and starts a chain reaction that will lead to more action and progress. By taking immediate action, individuals break free from overthinking and the cycle of doubt that keeps them stuck in place. The chapter also emphasizes the psychological aspect of taking action. When people procrastinate, their minds often spiral into negative thinking patterns, overanalyzing the possible outcomes and creating unnecessary fears. This mental trap, according to the chapter, can be avoided by simply acting in the present moment. Taking action stops the cycle of worrying and opens up the opportunity to learn by doing. Action helps to build self-trust and confidence, as people start to see that they are capable of handling whatever challenges come their way. Each small step taken towards a goal boosts the individual's belief in their own abilities, which, in turn, leads to more significant actions. As confidence grows, so does the motivation to continue pursuing the goal. Additionally, the chapter stresses that the fear of failure often holds people back, but by taking immediate action, individuals can desensitize themselves to this fear. Failure is reframed not as a catastrophic event, but as a natural part of the learning process. Every mistake or setback provides valuable feedback that helps individuals refine their strategies, adjust their approach, and get closer to their goal. Another key point made in the chapter is that taking immediate action accelerates the learning process. By putting plans into motion, people quickly encounter real-world challenges and obstacles that cannot be anticipated through planning alone. These experiences provide valuable lessons that theory or reflection alone cannot offer. It is through action that individuals discover the gaps in their knowledge, develop new skills, and adapt their plans based on real-life circumstances. The chapter highlights that the most successful people are often those who are not afraid to take action. Even if their first attempts are imperfect, they understand that perfection is an illusion, and that the only way to improve and grow is through action and experience. The chapter also discusses how immediate action leads to momentum. Once individuals take the first step, they begin to build positive momentum, which makes it easier to take the next step. This creates a snowball effect. Small actions build up over time, making it easier to continue progressing and maintaining focus. Momentum helps to maintain enthusiasm, as each step taken brings a greater sense of accomplishment and success. The chapter further explains that immediate action helps clarify one's path. While it's easy to get bogged down by questions and uncertainty before starting, action forces clarity. People often think they need all the answers before they begin, but by taking action, they can figure out what works and what doesn't in the process. This trial and error approach is not only necessary, but invaluable in achieving success. The more individuals act, the clearer the path becomes, and they are able to adjust their strategies, set new goals, and refine their approach to increase their chances of success. In this way, action serves as a feedback loop that continuously informs and improves one's journey. In fact, the chapter emphasizes that action is often the missing piece that turns a vague desire into a concrete goal. Without action, a goal remains a distant dream, but once a person starts taking steps towards it, that dream begins to take shape and becomes a reality. It also mentions that the act of action itself often generates its own momentum, even in the face of obstacles. When individuals start moving towards a goal, they are more likely to find opportunities, solutions, and resources that they might have otherwise overlooked if they remained in a state of inaction. Moreover, the chapter discusses how taking immediate action can neutralize feelings of overwhelm or anxiety. When a person has a large goal ahead of them, it's easy to become paralyzed by the sheer scale of it. However, when broken down into smaller steps, those actions feel more manageable. The key is not to get caught up in the enormity of the goal, but to focus on the next step that can be taken right now. By taking small, actionable steps, people find that they can make progress, reduce anxiety, and gain control over the process. The chapter also mentions how immediate action helps to cultivate discipline. Regular, consistent action, regardless of how small, builds the habit of moving toward goals every day. Over time, this discipline becomes ingrained, making it easier to stay on track even when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. The chapter also highlights the power of action in building a sense of urgency. When individuals take immediate action, they create a sense of urgency around their goals, which drives them to continue moving forward. This urgency helps to overcome procrastination and fosters a greater commitment to the goal. It stresses that waiting for the right moment often leads to delays and distractions, whereas taking immediate action forces focus and eliminates excuses. The chapter further emphasizes that action is not always easy, and it may not always feel comfortable in the beginning. However, it argues that growth and transformation often come from stepping outside of one's comfort zone. It encourages individuals to take action even when they don't feel ready or prepared, as the very act of doing will give them the confidence and skills needed to move forward. Lastly, the chapter reiterates the critical point that taking immediate action is the bridge between intention and achievement. No matter how much planning, thinking, or visualizing occurs, none of these things are effective until they are followed by decisive, consistent action. It reinforces that success is not about having a perfect plan or waiting for ideal conditions, but about continuously moving forward with purpose and confidence. By taking immediate action, individuals put themselves on the path to success and begin the process of turning their dreams into reality. The chapter closes by encouraging readers to embrace action as a vital step of their personal transformation, knowing that every step taken brings them closer to their goals. Chapter 5. Building Unshakable Confidence. This chapter dives deeply into the process of developing self-confidence, which is presented as a cornerstone for personal growth, achievement, and success in every area of life. It challenges the common misconception that confidence is an innate trait, arguing instead that it is a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time through conscious effort and self-awareness. The chapter begins by outlining the psychological and emotional foundation of confidence, noting that it stems from the belief in one's own abilities and the understanding that failure and setbacks do not define a person's worth or potential. To build unshakable confidence, individuals must first start by recognizing their own value, including embracing both strengths and weaknesses without judgment or shame. The chapter emphasizes that self-acceptance is the first critical step in the confidence-building process. It suggests that people must stop comparing themselves to others and instead focus on their unique qualities and abilities, realizing that personal growth is an individual journey that requires patience, persistence, and kindness toward oneself. The chapter also discusses how self-doubt and fear of failure often serve as major barriers to confidence. It explains that many individuals allow these negative emotions to control their actions, leading them to avoid challenges or opportunities. However, it stresses that true confidence is built by consistently taking action, even when faced with uncertainty or fear. The chapter highlights that taking risks and stepping outside one's comfort zone are essential for growth, as it is through these experiences that individuals learn they are capable of more than they initially believed. Even if these risks don't always lead to success, they provide valuable lessons that contribute to the development of a stronger, more resilient sense of self-belief. The chapter makes it clear that failures are not to be feared, but embraced as opportunities for growth, with each mistake providing a stepping stone toward greater mastery and self-assurance. Through this lens, confidence becomes not a product of success, but rather a byproduct of a willingness to take action, learn from mistakes, and persevere in the face of challenges. Another vital point made in the chapter is the role of positive thinking and mindset in building confidence. It explains that a person's internal dialogue has a profound impact on their perception of their abilities. Negative self-talk, such as thoughts of inadequacy, self-criticism, or fear of judgment, can quickly erode confidence. The chapter proposes that individuals begin to replace these limiting thoughts with positive affirmations and empowering statements that reinforce their belief in their potential. This practice of positive self-talk, while seemingly simple, is one of the most powerful tools for transforming a person's mindset and boosting their self-esteem. The chapter encourages readers to speak to themselves as they would to a dear friend, offering encouragement, kindness, and support rather than judgment or condemnation. It also emphasizes that the use of affirmations should be consistent and intentional, incorporating them into daily routines to reprogram the mind toward confidence and success. Over time, these positive thoughts gradually replace the negative ones, leading to a more optimistic, empowered outlook on life. The chapter further explores the connection between body language and confidence, offering the insight that how people present themselves physically can significantly impact how they feel and how others perceive them. It explains that body language not only communicates confidence to the outside world, but also sends signals to the brain that reinforce positive beliefs about oneself. Adopting confident body postures, such as standing tall with shoulders back, making eye contact, and speaking clearly, can evoke a sense of empowerment and control. The chapter also touches on the science of body language, noting that adopting confident postures can actually trigger positive changes in brain chemistry, such as increasing levels of dopamine and reducing stress hormones, which further supports a confident mindset. The chapter underscores the importance of consistency in presenting oneself confidently, as doing so regularly will train the mind to align with the body's signals of strength and self-assurance. The idea of setting and achieving goals is another central theme in the chapter. It explains that confidence is built not just through positive thinking and body language, but also by taking tangible steps toward desired outcomes. Setting realistic, attainable goals and breaking them down into manageable tasks provides a clear roadmap for success. Each small win or milestone achieved reinforces the belief that greater success is possible, thus progressively increasing one's confidence. The chapter encourages readers to celebrate their achievements, no matter how small they seem, as this reinforces a positive feedback loop of accomplishment and self-assurance. It also suggests that individuals reflect on past successes, no matter how minor, to remind themselves of their capabilities and strengths. By focusing on the progress made, rather than the obstacles that remain, individuals can maintain their motivation and continue moving toward their larger goals. Additionally, the chapter discusses the importance of overcoming the fear of judgment and criticism from others. Many individuals, it argues, allow the opinions of others to dictate their actions and choices, which can severely undermine their confidence. The chapter challenges this by suggesting that people should focus on their own growth and self-approval rather than seeking external validation. It explains that others' opinions are often based on their own insecurities, and that true confidence comes from within, independent of outside judgment. The chapter advocates for the practice of being true to oneself, even in the face of criticism, as this is the path to developing unshakable confidence. It advises readers to surround themselves with positive, supportive people who encourage their growth and to distance themselves from toxic environments or relationships that drain their self-esteem. Another key insight in the chapter is the role of discipline and consistency in building confidence. Confidence is not something that can be developed overnight, but rather through consistent effort over time. The chapter stresses that individuals must build the habit of taking action, even when they don't feel motivated or when fear creeps in. By cultivating the discipline to stay committed to their goals and actions, individuals gradually strengthen their confidence. The chapter also talks about the value of perseverance, continuing to move forward despite setbacks or obstacles. It emphasizes that true confidence is not about avoiding failure, but about facing challenges with resilience and determination. As individuals encounter setbacks and learn to navigate them, their confidence grows stronger because they prove to themselves that they can overcome adversity. The chapter also explores the importance of self-compassion in the confidence-building process. It advises readers to be kind to themselves when they make mistakes, recognizing that mistakes are a normal and necessary part of growth. Instead of harsh self-criticism, individuals are encouraged to treat themselves with the same kindness and understanding they would offer a close friend in times of struggle. This compassionate approach helps individuals maintain their confidence even during difficult moments, as it prevents them from spiraling into self-doubt or feelings of unworthiness. The chapter stresses that being compassionate toward oneself fosters a sense of inner peace and security, which forms the foundation of unshakable confidence. Furthermore, the chapter discusses the role of courage in building confidence. It highlights that true confidence often involves stepping into situations that are uncomfortable or unfamiliar, which requires courage. Courage, in this context, is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to take action despite fear. The chapter encourages readers to embrace their fears and use them as catalysts for growth. By repeatedly facing fears and taking action despite them, individuals build confidence in their ability to handle challenging situations. The chapter concludes by reinforcing that unshakable confidence is built through a combination of self-acceptance, positive thinking, goal setting, action, and the courage to face fear. Through consistent effort and persistence, individuals can develop a confidence that is resilient, steadfast, and unwavering in the face of challenges. Chapter 6: Mastering Your Emotions. This chapter offers an in-depth exploration of how emotions deeply influence human behavior and outcomes in life, and how individuals can learn to master these emotions to achieve better personal and professional results. It begins by addressing the complexity of emotions, explaining that they are fundamental to the human experience and are often triggered by both external events and internal thoughts. Emotions such as joy, anger, fear, sadness, and excitement are presented not as obstacles, but as important signals that give insight into a person's thoughts, desires, and values. The chapter discusses how emotional experiences shape one's perception of reality, impact decision-making processes, and influence actions, often in ways that are automatic and unconscious. It explains that without mastering these emotions, individuals can find themselves overwhelmed by negative feelings, such as frustration or anxiety, which can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive, unproductive actions. This chapter encourages individuals to not just acknowledge their emotions, but also to interpret them as messages that can guide them toward growth and understanding, rather than as forces to be feared or repressed. It delves into the concept of emotional intelligence, which is the ability to identify, understand, and manage one's emotions, as well as the emotions of others, to foster healthier relationships and achieve greater success in all areas of life. The chapter emphasizes that mastering one's emotions is a key skill for maintaining personal power and emotional stability, particularly when faced with challenging or stressful situations. It highlights how emotional responses are often immediate and instinctive, and without conscious effort, they can lead to reactions that do not serve one's best interests. To prevent this, the chapter teaches that awareness is the first step in emotional mastery. By learning to recognize the emotions as they arise, individuals can better understand what they are feeling and why, which in turn gives them the opportunity to choose a measured response rather than being overwhelmed by immediate reactions. For example, the chapter explains that by noticing the signs of anger or frustration early on, an individual can step back, assess the situation more rationally, and respond in a way that is aligned with their goals and values. The chapter also touches on the idea of emotional trigger situations or experiences that evoke strong emotional responses. Understanding one's emotional triggers is presented as a powerful tool for emotional mastery, as it allows individuals to anticipate, recognize, and address emotional reactions before they spiral out of control. The chapter emphasizes that mastering emotions is not about suppressing or avoiding uncomfortable feelings, but rather about learning to process and regulate them in ways that prevent them from negatively impacting one's life. Furthermore, the chapter dives into the physiological and psychological aspects of emotions. It explains that emotions often manifest physically, whether as tension in the body, rapid heartbeat, or other signs of stress, and that recognizing these physical cues is essential for emotional awareness. It explores the connection between the mind and body, stressing that emotional stress can have long-term negative effects on physical health, such as contributing to chronic conditions like hypertension or digestive issues. The chapter advocates for practices such as deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness to reduce the physical intensity of emotions, allowing individuals to regain control of their feelings. It explains that these practices work by calming the nervous system and bringing the individual back to a state of balance, helping them detach from overwhelming emotions and gain clarity. In this way, emotional mastery extends beyond mental and emotional awareness to include physical well-being, underscoring the idea that the mind, body, and emotions are all interconnected. The chapter also discusses cognitive reframing, a key tool for mastering emotions, which involves changing the way one perceives or interprets a situation. Cognitive reframing helps individuals shift from a negative, limiting perspective to a more positive, empowering one. For instance, instead of viewing a failure as a personal flaw, reframing it as a valuable learning experience helps individuals maintain emotional equilibrium and resilience. The chapter provides examples of how reframing can be applied in everyday life to transform stress and negative emotions into opportunities for growth. The ability to see the silver lining in challenging situations is portrayed as a key factor in maintaining emotional stability and mental well-being. This practice of reframing also promotes the development of a growth mindset, where individuals believe they can improve and grow through effort and perseverance, rather than being defeated by circumstances. Another crucial element explored in the chapter is the importance of emotional expression. It explains that one of the most effective ways to master emotions is by expressing them in a healthy, constructive manner. Unexpressed or suppressed emotions can lead to emotional buildup, which eventually erupts in unhealthy ways, such as anger outbursts or passive-aggressive behaviors. The chapter encourages readers to engage in healthy emotional expression, whether through journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing creative outlets, such as art or music. These activities provide a safe space for individuals to process and release their emotions, preventing them from becoming toxic or overwhelming. It also emphasizes that emotional expression is an essential aspect of building emotional resilience, as it allows individuals to release pent-up feelings, gain perspective, and feel heard and validated in their experiences. The chapter delves into the psychological mechanisms of emotion regulation, offering practical strategies for dealing with intense feelings such as fear, anxiety, or sadness. One of the key strategies discussed is the practice of self-compassion, where individuals treat themselves with kindness and understanding when facing emotional distress. Instead of criticizing themselves for feeling upset or overwhelmed, self-compassion involves acknowledging emotions without judgment and accepting that experiencing strong feelings is part of the human experience. This approach encourages individuals to be patient with themselves and to give themselves permission to feel, rather than striving to immediately fix or eliminate uncomfortable emotions. Self-compassion is framed as a cornerstone of emotional mastery because it creates a foundation of acceptance that allows individuals to process their emotions without being consumed by them. It also reduces the tendency to react harshly to emotions, allowing for a calmer and more balanced response. The chapter emphasizes the importance of emotional regulation in relationships, explaining that mastering emotions is crucial for maintaining healthy, fulfilling connections with others. It points out that emotional reactions in relationships, whether in romantic partnerships, friendships, or family dynamics, can often lead to conflict and misunderstanding. By learning to regulate one's emotions, individuals can communicate more effectively, listen with empathy, and respond in ways that foster trust and cooperation. The chapter offers practical tips for managing emotional responses in interactions with others, such as taking a pause before reacting, practicing active listening, and being mindful of tone and body language. It also discusses how emotional regulation helps individuals avoid unnecessary drama or tension in relationships, creating a space for open and honest communication. Building emotional resilience is another theme addressed in the chapter. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, disappointment, or hardship, and it is closely linked to emotional mastery. The chapter explains that individuals who develop emotional resilience can face challenges with a positive attitude, knowing that setbacks are temporary and that they have the inner strength to overcome them. The chapter discusses how emotional resilience can be cultivated by reframing negative experiences, engaging in self-care, and building a strong support network. It also underscores that emotional resilience is not about avoiding negative emotions, but about learning how to navigate them with grace and perseverance. By mastering emotions and building emotional resilience, individuals are better equipped to handle life's inevitable challenges and emerge stronger from them. Finally, the chapter concludes by reinforcing the idea that mastering emotions is a lifelong journey. It is not a one-time achievement, but a continuous process of self-awareness, regulation, and growth. The chapter encourages readers to approach emotional mastery with patience and persistence, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to greater emotional well-being and personal success. It stresses that while it may take time to develop full emotional mastery, the rewards are immense, including improved mental health, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of personal empowerment. Through emotional mastery, individuals can unlock their full potential and navigate life with confidence, clarity, and resilience. Chapter 7. Embracing Change. This chapter delves into the critical importance of change in the journey of personal growth and transformation, offering a detailed roadmap for individuals who want to not only survive, but thrive in a world that is constantly evolving. The chapter begins by acknowledging that change is often perceived as uncomfortable, unsettling, and intimidating. Many people resist change because it brings with it uncertainty, fear of the unknown, and the discomfort of stepping outside their familiar routines and environments. The chapter argues that this resistance is rooted in the human desire for stability and predictability, but it emphasizes that resisting change ultimately hinders growth and progress. Rather than seeing change as an obstacle or a threat, the chapter urges readers to reframe it as an opportunity for improvement and transformation. Change, it explains, is an essential component of personal development, and without it, individuals remain stagnant, stuck in outdated habits, beliefs, and ways of thinking. The chapter underscores that the key to thriving in a changing world is not to resist change, but to fully embrace it, which requires a shift in mindset. It introduces the idea of adopting a growth mindset, which involves viewing challenges and changes not as barriers, but as stepping stones to greater wisdom and understanding. By shifting this perspective, individuals can learn to approach change with a sense of curiosity and excitement rather than fear or apprehension. The chapter stresses that embracing change is about becoming adaptable and flexible, qualities that allow individuals to not only cope with external transformations, but also to actively engage in and shape their own evolution. Change, when approached with the right mindset, can serve as a catalyst for learning new skills, acquiring new knowledge, and gaining fresh perspectives. The chapter offers examples of how people who resist change often limit their potential, staying in familiar, safe environments, while others who embrace change are more likely to experience greater personal and professional growth. The chapter also explores the psychological and emotional challenges that come with change, acknowledging that it can be difficult to let go of old habits, routines, and belief systems. People tend to find comfort in the known and fear the uncertainty that accompanies change. However, the chapter makes it clear that growth only happens when individuals are willing to move beyond their comfort zones. It suggests that by leaning into discomfort, individuals can experience profound transformation. It explains that the discomfort associated with change is temporary, and that the long-term rewards of embracing change far outweigh the short-term discomfort. The chapter encourages readers to reflect on past experiences of change, noting that often, these moments led to significant improvements in their lives. This reflection helps to build the courage and confidence needed to face future changes with an empowered mindset. In order to make the process of embracing change more manageable, the chapter provides several practical tools and strategies. One of the key strategies is to break down big changes into smaller, more digestible steps. By doing so, the overwhelming feeling that often accompanies major life transitions can be reduced. The chapter explains that when faced with a large, daunting change, such as a career change, a move to a new city, or a major life decision, breaking it down into smaller, achievable tasks can make the process feel more manageable and less intimidating. This step-by-step approach allows individuals to focus on one thing at a time, reducing stress and anxiety. The chapter also emphasizes the importance of setting clear, actionable goals during times of change, which helps individuals stay focused, motivated, and driven. By having a clear vision of what they want to achieve, individuals are better able to navigate the uncertainties and challenges that arise during periods of transformation. Another important aspect discussed in the chapter is the role of emotional resilience in embracing change. Emotional resilience is the ability to cope with and recover from setbacks, disappointments, and failures. The chapter explains that when embracing change, individuals will inevitably encounter obstacles, resistance, and moments of doubt. However, cultivating emotional resilience enables individuals to face these challenges head-on and keep moving forward. It suggests that building resilience involves maintaining a positive outlook, developing problem-solving skills, and learning from setbacks rather than being discouraged by them. The chapter also highlights the role of self-compassion in the process of embracing change, explaining that individuals should be kind to themselves when things don't go according to plan. By practicing self-compassion, individuals are more likely to stay motivated and avoid the negative self-talk that can derail progress. The chapter goes on to emphasize the importance of surrounding oneself with supportive people during times of change. It argues that a strong support network can provide encouragement, motivation, and guidance when navigating through uncertainty. Having people who understand and support one's journey can make the process of change feel less isolating and more manageable. The chapter explains that support can come in many forms, whether it's from family, friends, mentors, or professional networks. These people can offer perspective, wisdom, and encouragement that can help individuals stay on track and feel empowered during the transition process. It also encourages readers to seek out communities and groups of like-minded individuals who are also embracing change, as this can create a sense of belonging and shared purpose. In addition to external support, the chapter underscores the importance of self-reflection and introspection when navigating change. It suggests that individuals take time to reflect on their values, goals, and priorities in order to better understand what they want to achieve through the process of change. Self-reflection can help individuals stay grounded, focused, and connected to their deeper motivations, which can provide the strength and clarity needed to move forward. The chapter encourages readers to embrace the practice of journaling, meditation, or other reflective exercises to process their emotions, track their progress, and gain insights into their experiences. By developing a practice of self-reflection, individuals can better navigate the challenges that come with change and stay aligned with their vision and values. The chapter also introduces the idea that change can bring about new opportunities and experiences that would not have been possible without stepping into the unknown. It stresses that change is often the precursor to new adventures, greater achievements, and deeper fulfillment. Whether it's discovering a new career path, meeting new people, or learning a new skill, embracing change opens up a world of possibilities that individuals would otherwise miss if they clung to the status quo. The chapter encourages readers to embrace change as an opportunity for self-discovery, creative expression, and expansion. It explains that when individuals are willing to step outside their comfort zones and embrace the uncertainty of change, they often find themselves living a more fulfilling, enriched life. The chapter also addresses the fear of failure that often accompanies change, suggesting that this fear is natural, but should not be allowed to paralyze individuals. It explains that failure is often an essential part of the change process, as it provides valuable lessons, feedback, and insights that lead to growth. The chapter encourages readers to reframe failure as a necessary stepping stone to success, and to embrace it as an opportunity for learning rather than a source of shame or disappointment. It offers examples of well-known individuals who experienced multiple failures before achieving success, showing that resilience, perseverance, and the willingness to learn from failure are key factors in navigating change. Finally, the chapter stresses that embracing change is not a one-time decision, but an ongoing process that requires continual adjustment and flexibility. It encourages readers to remain open to new experiences and to keep evolving even when they feel they have reached a point of stability. The chapter emphasizes that life is constantly changing, and those who can embrace it with a positive mindset will continue to grow and evolve throughout their lives. By embracing change, individuals can unlock their true potential, create meaningful experiences, and live a life that is rich with possibility and transformation. Chapter 8. The Power of Positive Relationships. The author delves deeply into the fundamental role that relationships play in shaping our lives, influencing everything from our emotional well-being to our long-term success. The chapter begins by highlighting that human beings are deeply social by nature, and our connections with others are a primary source of emotional support, motivation, and personal growth. It underscores that the people we surround ourselves with directly affect how we perceive ourselves and the world. Positive relationships are not merely about companionship, but about actively engaging with others who support our growth, offer encouragement, and challenge us to become better versions of ourselves. These kinds of relationships are built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, understanding, and shared values, creating an environment where individuals can thrive emotionally, mentally, and even physically. The chapter goes on to explain that positive relationships serve as a source of emotional nourishment, providing a sense of belonging and security that is crucial for mental health. When people are surrounded by individuals who are emotionally supportive, they are more likely to feel validated and valued, which contributes to higher self-esteem and overall happiness. These relationships can help reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation, offering a safe space to express thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. The chapter emphasizes that emotional support from friends, family, and colleagues provides the foundation for resilience, helping individuals cope with stress, setbacks, and life's inevitable challenges. The support system created by positive relationships can act as a buffer against life's adversities, offering comfort, advice, and encouragement during difficult times. It explains that these relationships contribute to psychological well-being by providing a sense of security and trust that encourages individuals to take risks, pursue their goals, and face the unknown with confidence. Furthermore, the chapter underscores the idea that positive relationships play a pivotal role in maintaining mental and emotional balance. Positive people lift others up, offering not just encouragement, but constructive feedback that helps individuals grow. The power of positive reinforcement is also highlighted, as being surrounded by people who believe in one's abilities can drive a person to pursue their dreams with more tenacity and commitment. The chapter discusses how, in the presence of positive relationships, individuals are more likely to set and achieve meaningful goals, whether it's through a word of encouragement, a listening ear, or shared experiences. Positive relationships offer the kind of support that fosters confidence and determination. By providing a secure emotional environment, these relationships help individuals process their emotions effectively, avoid excessive self-doubt, and take proactive steps toward personal and professional development. However, the chapter doesn't just focus on the benefits of positive relationships. It also contrasts them with the detrimental effects of toxic or negative relationships. It highlights how relationships that are marked by criticism, dishonesty, manipulation, or negativity can have a profound negative impact on mental and emotional health. Such toxic relationships drain energy, breed insecurity, and reinforce negative thought patterns. They often foster an environment where individuals feel disempowered, stuck, and unable to achieve their full potential. The chapter explains that people in toxic relationships may feel trapped in cycles of self-doubt, guilt, and emotional exhaustion, which can lead to mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Recognizing and distancing oneself from toxic relationships is crucial for personal growth and happiness, as staying in these kinds of relationships can prevent individuals from reaching their goals and living a fulfilled life. The chapter encourages readers to become more self-aware, to set boundaries, and to make the difficult but necessary decision to distance themselves from relationships that bring harm. In the discussion of positive relationships, the chapter also addresses the importance of mutual support and reciprocity. Positive relationships are not one-sided. They involve a balance of giving and receiving. The chapter stresses that in healthy relationships, individuals not only benefit from the support and encouragement of others, but also give back in equal measure. The act of giving, whether through acts of kindness, offering support during difficult times, or simply being there for someone else, creates a cycle of positivity that strengthens the bond between individuals. This mutual exchange fosters a sense of shared purpose and deepens the connection. The chapter explains that when people feel that their contributions are valued and appreciated, they are more likely to be emotionally invested in the relationship, thus creating a more stable and lasting connection. The role of vulnerability in relationships is also explored in depth. The chapter explains that being open and authentic in relationships is a powerful way to build trust and deepen connections. When individuals allow themselves to be vulnerable, sharing their true thoughts, feelings, and fears, it opens the door to emotional intimacy and strengthens the bond between people. Vulnerability fosters an environment of acceptance and understanding, where both parties can support each other in their personal growth. The chapter discusses how vulnerability helps break down barriers, allowing people to connect on a deeper level and create a space for mutual healing and growth. It argues that being emotionally open is not a weakness, but a strength that fosters stronger, more resilient relationships. The chapter also touches upon the idea of surrounding oneself with people who encourage and challenge growth. Positive relationships are those that not only offer comfort, but also push individuals to expand their horizons and achieve new levels of success. These relationships involve individuals who offer constructive criticism and motivate each other to reach higher standards. The chapter stresses the value of mentorship and guidance, explaining how having mentors or role models in one's life can provide direction and inspire personal development. Positive relationships with mentors provide an avenue for learning, self-improvement, and accountability. Additionally, the chapter encourages individuals to cultivate relationships with people who have different perspectives and experiences. Exposure to diverse viewpoints can promote personal growth, broaden horizons, and inspire new ideas. One significant point made in the chapter is that the network of relationships we build extends beyond close friends and family. The people we interact with in professional settings, community groups, and even casual acquaintances can all contribute to our personal development. Positive relationships in the workplace, for example, can lead to professional growth, new opportunities, and an enhanced sense of job satisfaction. Relationships with colleagues, clients, and business partners play a crucial role in shaping career success. Similarly, casual relationships in the community or through social activities can provide new perspectives, enriching our lives with diverse experiences. The chapter emphasizes that every relationship, no matter how seemingly insignificant, can contribute to one's emotional well-being and growth, as long as it is based on mutual respect and positivity. The chapter also discusses the importance of being intentional about the relationships we cultivate. It encourages readers to assess their current relationships and make conscious decisions about who they invest their time and energy in. Positive relationships don't happen by chance. They require effort, communication, and commitment. The chapter advocates for building relationships that are built on shared values, common goals, and mutual respect, as these types of connections are the most fulfilling and enduring. The chapter concludes by reiterating that the power of positive relationships is immense. They shape our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately our future. By investing in relationships that nurture, inspire, and support us, we create a foundation for success, happiness, and a life full of meaningful connections. Chapter 9. Living with Purpose. This chapter delves deeply into the idea that living a life with purpose is not only essential for individual fulfillment, but also for a sense of direction, meaning, and long-term success. It opens by acknowledging the common struggle many face when they feel lost or disconnected from their true selves. Without a clear sense of purpose, people may go through life on autopilot, responding to external demands without any clear understanding of why they are doing what they are doing, often leading to feelings of emptiness, frustration, and dissatisfaction. The chapter emphasizes that a sense of purpose is the internal compass that helps individuals navigate life's challenges, make decisions, and prioritize what truly matters. It serves as a motivating force that allows people to stay focused on their goals, making every action meaningful and aligned with their values. This deep connection to purpose also brings clarity, making it easier to understand one's role in the world and the broader impact one can make. The chapter encourages readers to reflect on their unique passions, talents, and strengths as a way to connect with their core purpose, suggesting that everyone has something unique to contribute that can bring meaning to their own life and the lives of others. The idea of purpose is not static. It evolves over time as individuals learn and grow through their experiences. This chapter underscores the importance of embracing change and remaining open to the possibility that one's purpose may shift as circumstances, personal growth, and life experiences unfold. People might initially find purpose in career or personal achievement, but over time, that purpose may evolve into a greater understanding of their role in relationships, family, or community. The chapter stresses that discovering one's purpose requires introspection, but it also acknowledges that it's an ongoing process as people are constantly evolving. Individuals are encouraged to engage in deep self-reflection, asking themselves what drives them, what excites them, and what they truly care about. This process may involve journaling, meditative thinking, or seeking guidance from mentors, but it ultimately brings them closer to identifying their true calling. Once purpose is found, the chapter explains, it acts as a grounding force that shapes decisions, strengthens resolve, and influences actions, making each choice feel more intentional and fulfilling. The chapter also explores how purpose is deeply connected to resilience. It explains that individuals who live with purpose are more likely to view obstacles and setbacks not as roadblocks, but as temporary challenges to overcome and the pursuit of a larger goal. When people are aligned with a meaningful purpose, they find it easier to persevere through difficulties because they understand that these struggles are part of the greater journey. Purpose fuels persistence, helping individuals stay motivated even when things aren't going well. It enables people to transform adversity into learning experiences, and instead of feeling defeated by challenges, they become sources of strength. The chapter explains that purpose gives individuals the emotional endurance to face life's inevitable setbacks and still continue to move forward, helping them bounce back stronger and more focused. Furthermore, the chapter highlights that living with purpose fosters a deep sense of fulfillment, which is crucial for mental and emotional well-being. It elaborates on the difference between living a goal-driven life versus one that is merely about checking off tasks. While goals can provide temporary satisfaction, a life with purpose offers long-term contentment and peace because it taps into deeper values. The sense of fulfillment that comes from pursuing a purpose is not dependent on external validation or material success, but on internal satisfaction, knowing that one's actions align with their true self and their core values. People who live with purpose are less likely to experience feelings of regret or disillusionment because they are actively engaging in life in a way that resonates with their identity. This ongoing sense of fulfillment is described as a steady inner peace that comes from knowing that every action, no matter how small, is a step towards something bigger and more meaningful. The chapter also discusses the role of service and contribution to others as a key element of purpose. It suggests that true fulfillment often comes from the impact one can have on others, whether through personal relationships, community engagement, or professional contributions. Purpose-driven individuals often find joy in helping others, knowing that their actions are making a positive difference. The chapter encourages readers to consider how their unique skills and passions can be used to uplift others and create a ripple effect that extends beyond their immediate circle. This sense of contribution is seen as a powerful motivator that deepens one's sense of purpose, providing a broader context in which to live and act. The chapter notes that purpose can be found in both big and small ways of serving others, whether through work, volunteering, or simple acts of kindness, and that these actions reinforce the sense of interconnectedness that comes from contributing to the well-being of others. Another critical aspect of living with purpose is its ability to bring a sense of balance and clarity to life. The chapter explains that people who have a clear sense of purpose are better able to prioritize their time, energy, and resources, as they have a clearer understanding of what is truly important. They are less likely to be distracted by irrelevant or superficial concerns and can focus on what truly matters. The chapter suggests that purpose helps individuals make decisions with confidence, as they are guided by a deep understanding of their values. For example, when faced with competing priorities, a purpose-driven individual can evaluate the situation by asking, "Does this align with my long-term goals?" This clarity brings peace of mind, knowing that each decision is a deliberate choice in alignment with one's life's mission. Living with purpose also encourages growth and development in all aspects of life. The chapter explains that when individuals have a purpose, they are more likely to seek out opportunities for learning, self-improvement, and personal development. This drive for continuous growth is intrinsic to the pursuit of purpose, because purpose requires evolution. What serves one at one point in life may not serve them forever. And so the process of growth allows people to adapt and stay aligned with their larger mission. It is described as a lifelong journey, where purpose evolves and deepens over time, prompting individuals to continuously challenge themselves and step outside their comfort zones. Living with purpose encourages a growth mindset, where individuals are more likely to view failures as learning opportunities and are less likely to become complacent. The chapter also touches upon how a strong sense of purpose can enhance overall health and well-being. It explains that people who live with purpose tend to have lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression because they feel a sense of control and meaning in their lives. This sense of meaning directly impacts their mental health, as individuals who live with purpose are more likely to maintain positive attitudes, even in the face of challenges. Furthermore, a sense of purpose can lead to better physical health outcomes, as it encourages a positive outlook on life, greater self-care, and the pursuit of healthy habits that support both mental and physical well-being. The chapter explains that the emotional and physical benefits of living with purpose create a holistic sense of vitality that nourishes every part of the individual. Finally, the chapter explains that living with purpose not only benefits individuals, but also influences the world around them. People who live purposefully are often seen as inspirational by others, because their passion and focus are contagious. The chapter concludes that when individuals live with a clear sense of purpose, they create a positive ripple effect, inspiring others to find their own purpose and take meaningful action in their lives. This collective growth, both individually and within communities, can lead to broader societal shifts, where purpose-driven individuals come together to create positive change. By living with purpose, individuals contribute to a greater good, leading lives that are not only fulfilling to themselves, but also uplifting to the world around them. Chapter 10: Sustaining Your Transformation. This chapter delves deeply into the critical importance of not just initiating change, but also ensuring that those changes are enduring over time. It acknowledges that while transformation may seem hopeless at first, especially when driven by motivation and excitement, the true test lies in maintaining this momentum in the face of inevitable challenges. The chapter begins by emphasizing that lasting change doesn't happen overnight, and that the process of transformation requires ongoing effort and a continuous commitment to growth. It draws attention to the fact that many people experience a burst of enthusiasm when they begin a new venture, whether it's adopting new habits, pursuing personal goals, or adopting a different mindset. But this initial excitement can wane as time passes. To counter this, the chapter stresses the importance of cultivating new, positive habits that are deeply rooted in daily life. These habits serve as the foundation for sustaining transformation, as they gradually replace old patterns of behavior with more constructive ones. By making these new behaviors automatic, individuals make it easier for the transformation to stick in the long run, preventing old, limiting habits from creeping back in. The chapter advises that in order to ensure these habits are truly sustainable, they should be incorporated into routines that align with one's goals and values, ensuring that they are relevant and meaningful to the individual. Moreover, the chapter highlights the fact that sustaining transformation is not about achieving perfection, but rather about consistency. Change is often difficult, and setbacks are inevitable. Life happens, and challenges arise that can disrupt progress. However, the chapter underscores that facing setbacks is a natural part of the transformation journey, and it's how individuals respond to these setbacks that determines whether their transformation will last. Instead of giving up when difficulties arise, the chapter advocates for viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. It explains that resilience, or the ability to bounce back after facing adversity, is a key trait that will help individuals stay on track with their transformation efforts. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding failure, but rather embracing it as part of the process and using it as a stepping stone toward even greater achievements. The chapter encourages readers to adopt a mindset that sees failure not as a sign of defeat, but as an essential component of growth and long-term success. In addition, the chapter emphasizes the role of self-discipline in sustaining transformation. Self-discipline is not just about forcing oneself to do what's hard. It's about creating an internal drive that pushes individuals to stay true to their goals, even when external circumstances might make it easier to deviate. The chapter explains that building self-discipline is a gradual process that requires consistent effort and focus, and it often involves creating small, manageable steps that make achieving bigger goals more attainable. One strategy highlighted in the chapter is the concept of setting micro goals, small, achievable targets that keep individuals on track and provide a sense of accomplishment along the way. These smaller successes reinforce the belief that transformation is possible, fueling motivation to keep moving forward. The chapter also advocates for using tools like reminders, schedules, and tracking systems to help individuals stay on course, ensuring they stay focused on their daily actions that contribute to the bigger picture. Equally important to sustaining transformation is the chapter's emphasis on creating a positive and supportive environment. It recognizes that the people and circumstances surrounding an individual can either propel them forward or drag them back. The chapter strongly advises individuals to surround themselves with supportive, like-minded individuals who encourage their growth and transformation. This network of support can include family, friends, mentors, or colleagues who share similar values or goals. The chapter explains that positive relationships act as both an emotional and practical resource, offering encouragement during tough times, celebrating achievements, and holding individuals accountable. A strong support system can make a world of difference, providing reassurance and motivation when it seems like progress has slowed or challenges arise. Conversely, the chapter warns that negative influences, whether toxic relationships, self-doubt, or external naysayers, can be incredibly detrimental to sustaining transformation. The key is to create an environment that nurtures personal growth, supports new habits, and fosters positivity. The chapter also explores the role of self-reflection and adjustment in maintaining transformation. Sustaining change isn't a matter of simply sticking to a rigid plan. It also involves checking in with oneself periodically to ensure that the goals, habits, and actions are still aligned with one's evolving sense of purpose. People's lives change, and so too should their approach to transformation. The chapter recommends that individuals take regular time to reflect on their progress, reassess their goals, and make adjustments when necessary. This process of reassessment allows people to realign their actions with their values and helps them stay motivated by reminding them why they started the journey in the first place. Furthermore, reflection encourages individuals to celebrate their small victories, reinforcing the positive progress they've made and helping to maintain enthusiasm for the ongoing process. Another key aspect of sustaining transformation is the importance of maintaining a growth mindset. The chapter stresses that transformation is a lifelong process and that individuals should never consider themselves done with their personal development. Instead, they are encouraged to embrace the idea that there is always room for improvement, new learning, and adaptation. By adopting a growth mindset, individuals begin to see challenges as opportunities to expand their skills, knowledge, and understanding, rather than as obstacles to their success. This mindset shift enables individuals to sustain transformation by maintaining a focus on the continual process of becoming the best version of themselves. The chapter explains that it's this ongoing drive for improvement that will sustain the transformation, rather than an end goal or destination. People who live with a growth mindset are more likely to adapt when things don't go according to plan, and are better equipped to keep going when faced with difficulties. In terms of motivation, the chapter emphasizes the importance of keeping the why at the forefront of one's mind, staying connected to the underlying reasons for pursuing transformation, whether it's to live a more meaningful life, improve relationships, or achieve a specific goal is crucial for long-term success. The chapter encourages readers to periodically reconnect with the emotional reasons behind their transformation efforts. This emotional connection reinforces the importance of the journey and keeps the individual motivated, especially during times when motivation begins to wane. The chapter also notes that maintaining a sense of gratitude for the progress made thus far can help individuals stay grounded and focused. Gratitude serves as a reminder of how far one has come and reinforces the belief that transformation is not only possible but worth the effort. Furthermore, the chapter highlights the importance of creating a balanced approach to sustaining transformation. While it is important to stay committed to personal growth, the chapter explains that it's also necessary to avoid burnout. Sustaining transformation doesn't mean constantly pushing oneself to the limit. It involves maintaining a healthy balance between effort and rest. Taking time for self-care, relaxation, and rejuvenation is vital to avoid exhaustion and keep the mind and body in a state conducive to growth. The chapter encourages individuals to listen to their bodies, take breaks when necessary, and engage in activities that replenish their energy. This balance is critical for sustaining transformation over the long haul, as it ensures that individuals remain healthy, motivated, and energized as they continue their personal development journey. Finally, the chapter concludes by reinforcing that sustaining transformation is about viewing it as a long-term commitment to one's evolving self. Transformation is not a finite process, but a way of life. By continuously investing in one's growth, building resilience, cultivating positive habits, and surrounding oneself with supportive people, individuals can ensure that the transformation they've undergone is not temporary, but a permanent shift in how they live, think, and engage with the world. This ongoing process of personal evolution leads to greater fulfillment, long-lasting happiness, and the ability to continuously thrive in all areas of life. Conclusion. The conclusion of the book serves as a powerful reminder that personal transformation is not a short-term endeavor, but an ongoing journey that requires constant effort, commitment, and adaptability. It reinforces the idea that anyone has the ability to change their life and create the future they desire. But this requires more than just initial enthusiasm or temporary motivation. The conclusion emphasizes that transformation is about cultivating the right mindset, one that is focused on growth, resilience, and self-improvement. It suggests that true transformation comes from not just wishing for change, but actively pursuing it every day with dedication and consistency. It acknowledges that while everyone has the potential to transform, the path is not always easy or linear. Setbacks, obstacles, and challenges are an inevitable part of the process, but rather than seeing these as failures or reasons to give up, they should be seen as learning experiences. The conclusion encourages readers to embrace difficulties as opportunities to grow stronger and more resilient, reiterating the theme that setbacks are stepping stones on the way to greater success. Another key point in the conclusion is the importance of taking action. The book continuously stresses that transformation is not just about thinking or planning, but about executing. Taking consistent, purposeful action is the only way to turn dreams into reality. The conclusion brings this point home by reminding readers that they have the power to create their desired life through the actions they take each day. It highlights the significance of daily choices and habits, emphasizing that even small, incremental changes accumulate over time, leading to significant results. The conclusion also underscores the importance of setting clear, actionable goals that align with one's values and purpose. These goals provide direction and a sense of purpose, ensuring that each action taken is aligned with a larger vision of personal growth and achievement. It also suggests that clarity and focus are essential for maintaining momentum, as they give individuals a roadmap to follow, making it easier to stay on track during the journey. The book's conclusion further delves into the necessity of sustaining the transformation that has begun. It's not enough to experience change for a brief period. The real challenge lies in making those changes permanent. It talks about the need to maintain commitment, especially when motivation wanes or when external circumstances challenge progress. The conclusion stresses the importance of building new habits that become part of the fabric of daily life, suggesting that consistency is the key to making transformation stick. It emphasizes the role of self-discipline in this process, noting that staying committed to one's goals requires not just initial enthusiasm, but the ability to stay focused over the long term. Self-discipline is portrayed not as a forceful imposition, but as a natural outgrowth of strong intentions and clarity of purpose. By focusing on one's deeper purpose, individuals can stay committed to the transformative process, even when faced with difficult times. The chapter emphasizes that true transformation is not about achieving perfection, but about consistently striving to improve and evolve. In addition, the conclusion highlights the importance of developing resilience throughout the journey of transformation. Life is unpredictable, and it's natural to face challenges that test one's resolve. The book suggests that the ability to bounce back after difficulties, to keep moving forward despite obstacles, is a critical skill that everyone can cultivate. Resilience, in this context, is not about avoiding failure, it's about learning to thrive despite it. The conclusion calls on readers to embrace a mindset that views setbacks as temporary and surmountable, teaching them not to be discouraged when things don't go as planned. It advises that instead of focusing on the setbacks themselves, individuals should focus on what they can learn from each experience and how they can use it to propel themselves further along the path of transformation. The idea is to stop seeing failure as something final, but as part of the ongoing learning process. Moreover, the conclusion emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with positivity and support. While personal growth and transformation are individual pursuits, having a supportive environment is critical for long-term success. The chapter advises readers to seek out relationships and connections that encourage their growth, motivate them, and hold them accountable. The people you surround yourself with can either propel you forward or drag you back, so the conclusion encourages readers to seek out positive, like-minded individuals who share their values and goals. It stresses that positive relationships are not just about support, but about creating an environment where growth can thrive. It's also about creating a circle of influence that inspires and challenges you to become the best version of yourself. Additionally, the conclusion warns against negative influences, whether in the form of toxic relationships or negative self-talk. It suggests that these can undermine the progress made and should be minimized or eliminated to sustain transformation effectively. One of the key insights in the conclusion is the importance of self-reflection and reassessment. Transformation is not a static achievement. It requires ongoing evaluation to ensure that goals remain aligned with one's evolving values and desires. The conclusion advises readers to take regular time for reflection, to assess their progress, and to adjust their goals as needed. Life is constantly changing, and so too are individuals' aspirations, priorities, and circumstances. The ability to reassess one's goals and strategies ensures that the transformation journey remains relevant and effective. Self-reflection is also important for recognizing and celebrating progress, as it reinforces the positive changes made and motivates individuals to continue on their path of growth. The chapter urges readers to acknowledge their victories, no matter how small, as these moments of success build confidence and maintain momentum. Furthermore, the conclusion highlights the importance of a growth mindset in sustaining transformation. By embracing the belief that there is always room for improvement, individuals can continue to evolve throughout their lives. The growth mindset encourages individuals to see challenges as opportunities for development, not as threats to their success. It's about continuously pushing oneself to improve and expand one's potential, knowing that transformation is a lifelong process. The conclusion stresses that transformation is not a destination, but a dynamic process that never truly ends. It encourages readers to embrace this journey and continue to grow, learn, and change in meaningful ways throughout their lives. In line with this, the conclusion also underscores the idea of living with purpose. When individuals connect their transformation efforts to a deeper sense of meaning, the process becomes more fulfilling and sustainable. The chapter stresses that without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to lose motivation and direction. Purpose acts as a guiding force, helping individuals navigate through challenges and stay aligned with their true desires. The conclusion advises readers to keep their purpose at the forefront of their minds, as this connection provides the strength needed to overcome difficulties and continue moving forward. Purpose not only fuels the transformation process, but also provides lasting satisfaction, as it ensures that the changes being made are meaningful and worthwhile. Lastly, the conclusion reinforces that transformation is ultimately about empowerment. It encourages readers to take ownership of their journey, to trust in their ability to create the life they want, and to recognize that their personal growth is entirely within their control. By staying focused, committed, and adaptable, anyone can sustain their transformation and live a fulfilling life aligned with their true potential. The book's closing message is clear. The power to change and sustain transformation lies within the individual, and with dedication and perseverance, anyone can achieve the lasting success they desire. The journey of transformation is not easy, but with the right mindset, habits, and support, it is absolutely achievable.